This segment's being sponsored by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife.
Turkey season is fast approaching and I am getting excited. It's one of my favorite seasons of the year. I'm getting all my gear out, getting it ready, getting my calls tuned up. I'm ready for opening day. But you know, in my life, there's another day that I'm looking forward to. It's the day as a child of God that the Lord will call us home. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 says that the Lord will return with a shout, and the dead in Christ will rise first, and those of us that will remain will be called up to meet the Lord in the air, and forever we will be with the Lord. Now that will be a day to be ready for. So my challenge for you this week is this: get ready for turkey season. It's going to be here before you know it. Make sure everything's tuned up and ready to go. But more importantly, make sure your life is in tune with the Lord for the day that He calls us home. Because I promise you, missing that day is going to be a lot worse than not being prepared for turkey season. Hey, thanks for watching this week. We pray that you're blessed. Always remember, keep shooting straight.
All right, guys, this segment's been sponsored by Taylor's Archery. Y'all can find them at 100 East Lauderdale Street in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Or y'all can give owner Tracy Taylor a call at 931-563-7706. Let them take care of all your archery needs and go in and take some advantage of their indoor range, or let them get you out there on the outdoor range and ready to go for this tournament season. All right, guys, first off, we're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines for you. So if y'all want to call now, you can. It's 615-737-7767. And the one thing I want to mention real quick before we go any further, and I forget, I was supposed to mention a while ago, we actually have a discount code for you guys for those Quick Survive pouches. Y'all can use the code CB Tactical, and that'll give you 20% off, and you'll get free shipping anywhere in the U.S. So it's a good discount there. Again, CB Tactical will get you a 20% discount. And I think Randall's wanting to learn some more about those things. We're going to have to get her to come in one night and do a demonstration for Randall. But neat product there. I hope you guys take advantage of that.
Yeah, it is.
While we're waiting on some calls to come in, guys, of course, we went up to Meadowbrook, again, as we mentioned earlier, and that's in Westmoreland, Tennessee, and had a great time there. And those birds do fly very well there. But you guys especially, and I saw it somewhat when I was younger, but especially you guys remember a time when quail were everywhere. Yes. You know, quail were all around. You talked earlier, Randall, when we were speaking specifically of Rutherford County and some areas around the Murfreesboro area that really had a lot of quail in the past. And it was a matter of fact, back then we didn't have any deer, but we had a lot of quail, you know, and now it's the opposite. But there's been a lot of good times spent over the back of bird dogs around Middle Tennessee, or Tennessee, you know, all around. And there's been controversy forever about, you know, what happened to the quail, where have the quail gone, you know, and we do see a lot of management now that is starting to come back for quail. I know, I want to note, for example, Bridgestone WMA, they have a major quail habitat program going on out there, and they're expanding that right now, and it's doing well. So I mean, where we have the right habitat, we have some quail, but the problem is, and I know Randall will agree, and I believe Roy will, but it is basically a habitat issue. If you had to take it all and put it in a nutshell, it kind of boils down to what did we say earlier? Tractors and fescue grass and concrete.
Yes. So fescue grass killed a lot of it, but a lot of them right there within 2 years' time, they just disappeared everywhere. You could go from like land between the lakes where there's plenty of farm crops, you know, farm to eat. But you could go and you could see 3 covers of birds across the road there, you know, while you was on the trip.
Yeah.
You go up there now, you don't see any quail, period. You can get out and turn the best dog that you've got loose. I don't know what's happened to it. A lot of people say the turkeys. A lot of people say the habitat, and they do. A quail has to have a whole lot more habitat than somebody that don't hunt them thinks about.
He does, and I'll throw this in there. When I was in college and we were talking different management strategies and, you know, things for different critters, to put it in, so to speak, if you manage a piece of habitat for quail, you will have that at that point managed for every piece of any kind of wildlife that'll walk on that property. If you will set it up to manage for quail, you will manage for everything else there is. But they require not only a certain amount of habitat, but a very particular type. And
they got to have thick stuff that plumb down on the ground.
Yeah,
when nothing can get in there to them when they're nesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got several calls coming in. We're going to start catching some of these. I got my buddy PB on line 1 here. How you doing tonight, PB?
Hey, I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Doing great, man. We appreciate you calling.
Hey, I just want to remind everybody about this Sunday's Frostbite Open. It's from 7 to 3, and we're about to come on out and should have a good time.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good time. Like you all heard last week, we were talking about the frostbite was supposed to be this past Saturday, and we did announce that, but it ended up having to get put off to this coming Sunday, and PB and all the gang will be down there and get you guys going on this year's frostbite. So looking forward to that, PB.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Denny, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Mr. Brandon, this is Sergeant York. Gobble up a turkey for you.
Hey, how are you doing?
I just wanted to holler at Randall there and say congratulations on that 12-inch club. And how long was them spurs on that bird?
You talking about this past year?
Yeah, it was a 12-inch.
Yeah.
Beard bird. I didn't get a chance to congratulate you.
It was a big old thick beard, and I let him go. I don't know how many times. I thought it was a big hen. He'd been gobbling, and he was with 2 jakes, and then when he stepped out, I could see, the sun got on him, and I could see he was a gobbler then. I don't know, he had probably 1.25 inch spur, something like that. He was fun bird.
How much did he weigh?
I'm going to say 16 pounds.
Oh, okay.
15 or 16, all he'd done wore, all his weight was gone. He was,
he done
run it off.
Oh, warrior.
That's what I was going to say. He's been chasing a lot of birds there for a few years, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, there. I just want to say congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you for calling. We appreciate you tuning in tonight.
Okay, thank you, Brandon.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Who do I have on 3? Tim, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, sir.
I appreciate you calling. How can we help you tonight?
Well, I'm in Charlotte, Tennessee, right off of 49, close to Ridge Market, and I was wanting to know the closest place I can get some hunting fishing license. Besides going all the way to Ashland City or Dixon.
As far as getting your license, used to
online,
a lot of
get them online.
Yeah, online. Obviously, it really truly is one of the better ways to do it now, just because it's harder to find a retailer. A Walmart, if you have a Walmart or an Academy, you can get to. But you're as far as getting your little markets and things
Walmart
where you used to.
City or one in Dixon.
Yeah, I would probably just suggest doing that if you don't do it online. And I tell you what I did for the first time this year, and I think I'm going to keep doing it, but I did that auto renew this year, and it was nice. It just sent me an email and said, hey, we're fixing to renew your license, and it was done. So that was kind of nice. And then they'll get the migratory bird worked into that hopefully next year. It's not this year, just so y'all know. Your migratory bird will expire in June, as odd as that is, but they'll get that where it's a year round after this. And your license will start being good for a year as well.
Right. Well, I tell you, if you got your phone on it, it'll be on the phone.
Yeah.
Instead of a piece of paper,
Yeah, that's right. I just take a picture of the confirmation and keep that, and then I have them send me the card in the mail after that. But I do pay $5 for that little card because it's so convenient to just have it in your wallet. But
yes, sir. Well, all right. That's just man, I tried all day today trying to find the closest place, but I guess it'll be Walmart or Dixon or get online.
Yeah, that'd be your best options. Good luck to you.
Hey, oh yeah, y'all, man, I enjoy your show, what you got going on. It's a pretty cool show.
Well, we appreciate that very much. We appreciate you watching. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. You do the same, sir, and have a better day tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes, sir.
Try to catch one more here if we can. Roger, how are you doing tonight?
I'm just driving to Wisconsin, put out the turkey blinds and put some cameras up.
Oh, I know this guy. Yeah, you're going to be hunting them in Wisconsin here in a little while, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
What turkeys? What do they have in Wisconsin? Is that a Marion's bird there?
Easter.
It's still an Easter.
Where I'm at is Easter.
Okay, but there's a divide there, right?
There is a divide there.
I thought so. Well, that's be a good trip, man. Now you're in the area. While I've got you guys, this is Roger McMullen on the phone here, and I'm glad you called. I mentioned this earlier at dinner, but you live in an area, Roger, that's in West Tennessee. You're right on the Mississippi River, and y'all, just like the 4 southern counties that are 2 weeks late, all the counties that are over there where you're at, now you guys open turkey season 2 weeks after we do statewide. And I didn't even realize that until
that with the local game warden today.
So that'll be happening for you guys the third weekend of April rather than the first weekend of April. So
what county are you in, Roger?
Tipton.
Tipton.
Okay, yeah, that is Tipton.
I got a place in both counties.
Yeah.
So, well,
I guess I'll have to come up there and hunt with you till mine opens, Randall.
Come on.
Come on down. The water's fine. Jump on in.
Yeah.
But, well, be safe heading to Wisconsin. Let us know if you see any birds up there and give us a good report, and we'll see you when you get back.
I'm hoping to find some sheds while I'm up here, too.
Yeah, I'd say there's some big ones in that area.
Every time I
Roger.
talk to you, you're going to a hunting spot. What's the deal?
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody got to do it. Roger, have a good night, buddy. Be safe.
You bet.
All right, bye. All right, guys, let's go on over now and do this week's tip of the week. This week's tip of the week is being sponsored by the Tennessee Outdoor Rendezvous and Deer Expo. This year's show is going to be May the 21st through the 22nd. Y'all can get information at tndeerexpo.com. They're also still got a few openings for vendors. If you've got a product you would like to get put in there, go ahead and contact our buddy Wes Stone. That's going to be held at the Wilson County Fairgrounds where it was last year, and y'all can contact Wes at 444-8200. Wes can get you more information on getting set up for that. All right, your tip this week has got to do with turkey hunting. So right now, a lot of guys are getting real excited. They're getting out and they're listening to the birds gobbling in the morning. We were talking about that earlier, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I will heed you is, and I've already heard a few guys talking about how they couldn't help but take a call with them and, leave those birds alone. Go out there. You can listen to them from a distance. Don't mess with them. Don't do anything like that right now. And I mean, even on private ground. Of course, on public ground, you're going to have to quit calling at them anyway. But on private ground, just leave them alone. Go out there and listen. Don't try to get close enough to, you just have to lay your eyes on them or anything. Figure out where they are and head on to the house and have you a cup of coffee or something, leave them be. But we're going to get ready to take another quick break. We'll be right back here in just a minute with some more Southern Wood and Waters.